Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into the financials of BeyondSpring, a company trying to decode this report and find out. BeyondSpring just released their annual 10K report and the clock is ticking. This report covers their business performance for the past year, with a key date being December 31, 2024. It's required for all public companies, a bit like a school report card, but with way more numbers and legal jargon. As a public company, BeyondSpring has a file number with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. That number is 001380024 and can be found on the top of their filing report. BeyondSpring is a company that sells their shares on the stock market with the Bastille kicker. Each share has a tiny value of 0.0001. No, they are not considered a well-known seasoned issuer, so they are not a very huge established company yet. As of June 28, 2024, the total value of BeyondSpring's publicly held stock, excluding shares held by company insiders, was about $60.1 million. This gives us an idea of what the market thinks the company is worth. As of this year in February, they had about 40.3 million shares floating around. This tells us who owns the company. BeyondSpring's main drug, plinabulin, is described using big words like selective immunomodulating microtubule binding agent. In simple terms, it's a drug that tries to fight cancer by tweaking the body's immune system and messing with the structure of cancer cells. They hope plinabulin will be a versatile treatment, a pipeline in a drug, effective against many types of cancer. One of BeyondSpring's studies was called the Dublin 3, which showed that combining plinabulin and docetaxel can help patients with a certain type of lung cancer to live longer and slow down the cancer. They have another trial named 3on33 study, which is designed to help people with tumors who are not reacting to their medication. They are combining multiple drugs to see if it can resensitize tumors. The market for NSCLC, a type of lung cancer, is worth around $26.7 billion in 2021, and it's estimated to reach $44.6 billion by 2026. They believe new treatments are urgently needed. Some key findings of the Dublin 3 study: treatment emergent adverse events occurred in 273 out of 274 patients, or almost 100% in the plinabulin group, and 276 out of 76 out of 278, almost 100% in the control group. The FDA is working to make clinical trials more modern and inclusive, with the signing of the FDORA into law. BeyondSpring has been working hard to protect their formulas and have obtained over 16 patents. In China, BeyondSpring are working with Jiangsu Hengrui Pharmaceuticals so they can co-develop and commercialize the drug in Greater China. BeyondSpring plans to develop their drug as a pipeline in a drug. This means they're aiming to use plinabulin not just for one specific cancer, but for several different types. Essid has reached 3 R&D milestones under its collaboration agreement with Eli Lilly. Let's dive into the financial results. Here's a look at BeyondSpring's income statement, comparing 2024 to 2023. Research and development took a big drop of 64% from $7.3 million to $2.6 million, Dublin 3. And protective trials. Item 7A, quantitative and qualitative disclosures about market risk. We are a smaller reporting company as defined by Rule 12b2 of the Exchange Act, OI assets. Current assets. Scroll to looking at the balance sheet. Their cash holdings went from $5.4 million to $2.9 million towers. That means they spent more than they made. However, this could be misleading as the total assets skyrocketed to $34,315, which is more than their previous $24,808, which is mainly thanks to C. This could be an investment to improve their situation with future profits. Indicate by check mark whether the registrant is a large accelerated filer, an accelerated filer, a non-accelerated filer, a smaller reporting company, or an emerging growth company. The company included a scroll of forward-looking statements on the report, including the ability to address the concerns identified in the complete response letter issued by the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, in November 2021. There's also a heavy reliance on third parties for the clinical trials and for the supply. So if there's something wrong with the relationship they are going to suffer, they need to find more partners to broaden plinabulin's reach. BeyondSpring has limited intellectual property rights to plinabulin inside China. China has indicated that it will improve the accelerated review and approval mechanism for the evaluation of innovative and novel medicine. So after decoding all of this, it seems BeyondSpring is a company at a critical juncture. While there was promising clinical results in terms of the Dublin 3 study, they don't have revenue, so they are heavily dependent in clinical trials, partnerships, investors, and regulatory approval. Their reliance on third parties also creates points of failure, but they are working on diversifying that with more options. The lack of secure IP in China is worrying. Given the risks, it's hard to say. BeyondSpring is a screaming buy. Remember, this is just my take, not investment advice. Do your homework, like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching.